What's up, everybody? I'm so excited to join you today. I'm so glad that we could be together for a little bit. What we are going to be talking about today is titled, Is Your Child Average? I know that sounds so harsh, but it's like if we think about things, I just hear things and I hear things in my mind in a different way. It's so prevalent to talk about the gifted and the talented, the gifted and talented, the gifted and talented. And yet, so what is that saying about the other children that don't sort of qualify or fall into that gifted and talented? Does that mean that they're average? What does that really mean? And so I am the type of person to just like dig into something for meaning, totally dig into it and really define it, really question it, really understand it. So is your child average? I grew up in a home, amazing parents. My sister was, who was 18 months younger than me, was definitely academically driven and did well academically. And so if I got on my report card, if I got all C's, my parents were like, awesome, let's go out to dinner. She didn't get any D's or F's. And so my parents were really good about wanting to celebrate my accomplishments. Unfortunately, I was intelligent enough to read through that and really understand that the message that I got is, especially seeing C's on my report card constantly, was C meant average, C meant average. And so that's the message that I got, was that from an intellectual standpoint, I was average. And I now, of course, realize that that's not true, but it took me a lifetime. It took me 44 years to realize that that's not true at all. And so that's what I'm here to help us all come to the understanding about for our children. Are we treating academics as if they are paramount to every other intelligence? Obviously having an issue with the word average, to me, it's a cuss word, because to me, average meant that I was into script, that I was lacking some sort of distinct characteristic, and that wasn't true. But it took me 44 years for me to figure that out. So it's important that we're not teaching our children, overtly or otherwise, that intelligence is synonymous with academics. Academics and intelligence are not necessarily synonymous, okay? The other thing is coming to an understanding of what gifted and talented means. Is it intellectual? Is it creative? Is it artistic? Is it leadership? And I would add to those things emotional quotient. I have a huge emotional quotient, acute awareness of emotions, both the way I feel and the way others around me feel. I can feel that. I can feel for people when they're sort of emotionally stuck. I can feel for them. So that is a huge gift, but we're not, as a society, treating that as if it's valid on the same level as academics. And so the question is our child getting the message that they're average? We so don't want them to get that message. We need to start to learn to recognize those different aspects of intelligence and value them, become aware of them for our children, so that we can cultivate those gifts and those talents within our children. The other thing that I wanted to talk about today is that intelligence is diverse. There's a list of ways in which we can recognize the intelligence within ourselves and within our children. And honestly, as we ourselves become more aware of the gifts and talents within us, and we start to cultivate those, the children see us and they do what we do. And so it's so important to become aware of our own intelligences outside it, that it's not just academics. If academics is your thing, awesome. That's not what I'm talking about here. Okay. We need to start to get to the point we're not treating academics as if they're more excellent than anything else, more important, because the message that our children could be getting is that they're lacking in some way, and that's just not true. So I want to encourage you, wrote about this morning, wrote for 3 hours straight nonstop from 4 o'clock this morning. And so go to our blog. It's asknannyjan.wordpress.com. Again, that's asknannyjan, one word, WordPress.com. Be encouraged. In that blog, I give you lots and lots more information about how to become more aware, how to cultivate the gifts within your children and within yourselves, and start to foster that growth and that understanding. We'll see you soon.